Do you think Islam is at war with the West?
I think Islam hates us. There's something there that there's a tremendous hatred there. There's a tremendous hatred. We have to get to the bottom of it. There is an unbelievable hatred of us.
In Islam itself?
You're going to have to figure that out, okay? You'll get another Pulitzer, right? But you're going to have to figure that out. But there is a tremendous hatred. And we have to be very vigilant. We have to be very careful. And we can't allow people coming into this country who have this hatred of the United States.
I guess the question is...
And of people that are not Muslim.
I guess the question is there a war between the West and radical Islam, or is there a war between the West and Islam
itself?
It's
radical, but it's very hard to define. It's very hard to separate because you don't know who's who.
All of you get the same exact instruction. What do you have in common with everybody else? الَّذِي خَلَقَكُم مِّن نَفْسٍ وَاحِدَةٍ. The one who created you out of one single person. I am very different from a Christian or a Jew or a Hindu or an atheist. I'm very different culturally. I'm very different religiously. My outlook is different. But one thing I have in common is he or she is a child of Adam, and so am I. That can't change. Our skin color may be different. Our language accents may be different. The countries of our origin may be different. Our religious outlook may be different. But one thing doesn't change. They are a child of Adam, and so am I. And so when I'm dealing with them, this is an important consideration now. What has Allah done in this phrase? Many things. I just want to highlight a few of them for you. What has Allah done when I deal with another human being? When I deal with a Muslim or a non-Muslim, a friend, a co-worker, anybody, even someone who hates Islam. When you deal with anyone, who are you actually dealing with? You are dealing with someone who belongs to Allah. You're dealing with someone who belongs to Allah. Let me give you a simple example to help you understand what I'm trying to say. When you're outside and you're heading to your car, and you lean against your car, or you tap on your car, or you sit on the back of your car, it's your car. You can do whatever you want. But you're not going to sit on somebody else's car. Because he's going to come and say, excuse me, that's my car. What are you doing? It belongs to me. You have to treat it with a certain care because it doesn't belong to you. When you and I deal with each other, we're not just dealing with a person. We're dealing with someone who belongs to Allah Azza wa Jal. And you have to be careful when you deal with something that belongs to Allah. You have to be cautious. The taqwa of Allah isn't just our relationship with Allah. The taqwa of Allah is also there when we deal with each other. Because we're dealing with something that's the milkiyah of Allah. This one has a Rabb. You can't just talk to them any way you want. Let me give you another example, not just of a car. You deal with your children a certain way. You can talk to them a certain way. If they didn't do their homework, you can get upset with them. If they broke something, you can give them a little scolding. You can feed them what you like. You can take them where you like, but you can't treat somebody else's child the same way. You're in the park, you start yelling at somebody else's kid, there's going to be a problem. Excuse me, that's my child. Who are you? How do you think you can deal with them this way? We understand the idea that when someone is somebody else's responsibility, you have to actually show proper decorum, respect, regard. We forget that when we deal with each other. We think we're dealing with just another person. So we can speak how we want, act how we want, raise our voice however we want, raise our hands in some cases however we want. And we forget that the one in front of us is actually the property of Allah. And Allah Azza wa Jal deals with them. Actually, by the end of this ayah, Allah says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ عَلَيْكُمْ رَقِيبًا. We'll get to that at the end. The word raqib is incredible. It's a really beautiful word.
The deen does not teach you to hate non-Muslims. This deen came to bring dignity to all human beings. وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي Adam. Allah says we gave respect to the children of Adam. I'll say that again. Allah says Allah gave respect to who? To who? Children of Adam. So every child of Adam alayhi salam has been given respect by who? By Allah. How do you not give them respect? Allah gives them respect, you don't give them respect. And you think Islam tells you to disrespect them? Islam tells you to look at them as evil? You don't even understand the ayah when Allah talks about mushrikun being najas. Where is the ayah? Where does it occur? What surah does it occur in? What context does it occur in? And how does it apply? We don't want to know because we just want to look at the surface and not study deeply. We don't have the time to study deeply. This is all the opposite of wisdom.
Either what the media says right or wrong. Quran says in Surah Ma'idah, chapter number 5, verse number 32, if anyone kills any other human being, unless it be for murder or for spreading corruption in the land, it is as though he has killed the whole of humanity. Any person kills any other human being, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, unless it be for murder or for spreading corruption in the land, it is as though he has killed the whole of humanity. And if any human being saves other human being, it is as though he has saved the whole nation. So according to the Quran, killing any single innocent human being is prohibited. If a suicide